Yo, what's up everybody? Sammy here, your undisputed favorite statue reviewer, back in the house, bringing you another review, this time of XM's Electro statue. Before I say anything else, yeah, this isn't the teal couch, and I'm probably gonna get flamed, because every time I do a video that's not on the couch, everyone's like, oh, you fucking piece of shit. But I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. Like, I'm not really a big fan of doing the videos on the couch. You know, the lighting isn't always the best, and it's like too far away and all that stuff. I really just do it to shut you guys up. Just kidding, I love all of you. But literally, like where I'm at right now, like it's closer, lighting's better. And I mean, I don't know, like I'll still do videos on the couch, but like for Electro, I was like, I can't hide the light. I don't know, like I wanted this video to be like good, because this is a good statue. So yeah, I mean, I don't expect every single video to be on the couch from now on. I mean, I get the meme, I get the iconic level of the teal couch for some reason, but I don't know, I honestly kind of like this a lot better. I think it makes the videos look better too, but whatever. Anyway, this is the Electro statue by XM Studios. Incredible statue, honestly. This is one that I honestly didn't think I was gonna get, at least not for a very long time, because like it's so hard to find. Not like super hard to find, but it's rare. I think it's a 500 edition size, so it's definitely on the low end. You know, this XM, so no exclusives or regular. It's just a solid 500 run. And you know, and since it's like a Daniel Bell sculpt as well, it's usually not that cheap on the aftermarket. But found them, decent price, picked them up, and I'm glad. This is an excellent addition to the Spider-Man display that I've got going on. So yeah, this was sculpted by Daniel Bell, I already said that, edition size 500, XM Studios. Now Electro is like one of Spider-Man's oldest villains. I forget exactly what issue he appeared in, but I know he was one of his original villains, one of the members of the OG Sinister Six, and dude's still around to this day, man. I mean, Electro has endured. He's definitely one of Spider-Man's oldest, most iconic villains. And as a result, I always thought it'd be pretty cool to get a statue of the character. Only thing is, Electro isn't like a popular character, so not many statues of him around. And I never really thought that XM, or honestly any company for that matter, would be able to make a statue of such like a C-list character and blow me away with it. But they did it. This is proof. All you gotta do is hire Daniel Bell and you're in. So, one of the things, because usually when I do the reviews and videos and stuff, like I do like, all right, let's start at the base and go to this and that, but something that really like captures me with this is that the base is just as much, the base and the figure go together hand in hand to where you really can't have one without the other. You know, think of like any other statue almost. I mean, obviously not, and I'm sure there's other statues like this for what I'm about to say, but at least in my experience and ones that I've owned, the bases are usually just, you know, a base for the figure to sit on or stand on or do whatever on. And yeah, like sometimes the base and figure interact in a way, like, you know, you feel like, oh yeah, this base goes together with this very well and stuff, but I've never seen so much interactivity between base and figure on anything as much as Electro. I mean, I don't know, it's tough to put into words almost. I mean, I feel like you guys get what I'm trying to say, is that like you couldn't have Electro just standing there on any other base. He's using the base. Like he's literally using it. I mean, I'm trying to make sense. Like think of any other XM Spider-Man villain statue. I mean, like a Venom. Like Venom's on a clock tower base, right? And yeah, the clock tower base works because it's like, oh, it's a nod to Venom, which is great, yeah. But it's at the end of the day just a base that Venom's standing on. Think of, I don't know, Lizard. I'm just thinking of ones I have. Lizard, same thing. He's in a sewer base. Again, yes, that goes with his character and it's good and it interacts with him, but Lizard's just standing on there. Sandman's a bit different because the base is the figure. I don't really consider them the same thing. But I feel like you guys get what I'm trying to say. Is that Electro is not just standing on the base; he's using the base, and I really, really love that concept and that art direction that Daniel Bell and XM took with this because it makes this one really special. So the base has quite a few parts, honestly. On the big circle is one part. All these, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know what these things are, but these, I guess, just spools of wire. I don't know. These are all separate. All these little thingies here are separate. This big ass thingy is also separate. So it's a pretty big base too. This is a 12-inch Lazy Susan, and this is already hanging over the edges a decent amount. The wires on here are a huge pain in the ass to work with. But they're worth it once you get a nice display going. The two spools in the front, they have wires with a headphone jack on one end, and all the jacks, they plug in. If you can see them here, it's kind of cluttered, but this thing has like holes where the headphone jacks plug in. It's pretty cool they made them like jacks. You know, they could have made them like just a regular plug. They're like, oh, wires, let's make them jacks. That's kind of cool. I mean, it doesn't really add anything. It's a nice touch. So yeah, one end goes into the headphone jack thingy, and the other ends don't have a plug. They're just like a loose end, and that's what you use to wrap around his arms to get them looking however you want. There's like holes in his hands to where you loop the wires around. And I've seen a bunch of people, I've seen people have so many different displays with him, which is pretty cool because you can make him look however you want, basically. And at first I tried to like make it look really crazy and have wires wrapping around arms and up here in his biceps and stuff, but the wires didn't want to cooperate. So I still think I got it to a thing I kind of like it at. I mean, it's still wrapped around his arms, kind of. Had these loops. And then, so yeah, the two spools in the front are what you use to display the arms, and then the two spools in the back just have headphone jacks, so you just plug those in. All these things down here have like also wires, so there's a decent amount of wire, and you can really and I still have so much more wire that I could potentially be working with, and honestly I might sit down one day and really try and get a nice display going. I mean, I like what I have now, but not gonna lie, I think that I could make it look better if I really, really sat down and tried. And then there's this like tower thing on the base. I'm not really sure what it's called, but it's nice. I mean, it has details, sculpted in details down here. It's like I don't know, like a fuse box or something. There's pipes. Everywhere around the base too are these like sculpted in nuts and bolts and screws and stuff, and they look real. I mean, I'm looking at some of these right now, and like if I didn't know any better, I'd literally be trying to unscrew this right now. It's amazing. When you get Daniel Bell to sculpt your statue for you, he's gonna go all in with details, and I really like it. One thing on this tower, the little ball up here, I know that when he was first coming out, or like when he was going into production, XM wanted that to be one of those, those like clear balls where like you put your hand on and the electricity like touches your finger or whatever. They wanted to do that, which I think would look pretty badass, but I guess they came to realize that like there would have been problems in shipping or whatever if they did that, or like breakages, which I could see that, so we didn't get that, which, I mean, it still looks fun. It still looks nice. It doesn't really take away anything from the statue, but it definitely would have looked cool. All right, let's go to the big man himself, my boy Max Dillon. So again, Daniel Bell sculpt, so the anatomy, the musculature, everything on this is second to none. I mean, this man knows what he's doing when he sculpts his characters, I mean, I'm excited to see Sideshow just dropped a preview for the Flash premium format that people have been asking for years. I don't care for it. I'm not a DC collector, but it's nice to see that people are going to finally get what they want. And that's a Daniel Bell sculpt too, so it should make people happy. But you can see Electro, they did a really good job of keeping his costume classic while still, adding their own twists to it. XM does a pretty good job with that, with their Spider-Man. Well, honestly, most of their, I only collect their Spider-Man line, so I can't speak for most of their other statues, but, they do a good job of keeping their statues classic. Like, you look at him and it's Electro, he's unmistakable, but they still add their little modern twist to it, the black, the black elements of his costume on his arms here, down there, near his little bulge. But they do a good job with that. Like Venom, they kind of modernize him a bit with like the long tongue portraits, the little veiny work on his body. Honestly, Sandman's kind of all the way classic. I wouldn't really call anything about Sandman modernized. But Lizard, they gave him that modern looking head. Dr. Octopus is coming out soon. He has that coat. So they do a good job of keeping the characters looking classic while still putting their own creative spin on it. And especially his head, or one of his, this head, the classic head. I mean, in the comics, that mask always looked goofy, it's kind of silly. But they do a good, they do a good job of not making it look dumb here. But it's not like they do anything different. I mean, this is literally just a copy of the mask he has in the comics, but still, it doesn't really, it doesn't come off as weird looking or anything. Which I honestly thought it would. I thought I'd get it and be like, oh, it's nice, but it looks silly. But I don't know, it works. It really does. It probably lends itself to the facial expression. That's why. Because these portraits, I'm telling you right now, these might be the two, especially this one. Maybe that one I've seen a bit better, but this I'm going to show you. This portrait is probably the best single portrait I've owned in my entire life. But before we get to the portraits, just a quick wrap up on Electro himself. Yeah, modern elements to the costume. And again, it's Daniel, so the musculature is amazing. You can even see, he sculpts all these muscles in the back that you're not even going to see. They're lost in the noise of my cat meowing, because she's a little bitch. But the anatomy, the musculature on this is incredible. The biceps, the boy's got an ass too. No homo, but I'm just saying. So let's talk about the portraits, and then I think I'll wrap this up. That's about it. So this is the classic portrait he has on now. The teeth on both these portraits, the teeth look almost I'm not sure they are. They honestly might be, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been able to find confirmation. But they look almost acrylic, they are acrylic teeth. They look clear, they look wet, there's a shine to them. And his eyes on this portrait, he looks deranged, crazy. He's like a maniac. And that's what Electro should look like. That's who he is. And then, the classic mask and everything. So yeah, this portrait's great. It's perfect classic Electro. And then this portrait, oh my God. Another thing I like with these portraits too is that they have such a fat key to where whichever portrait you're not displaying on the statue can just be used as a bust, because they both stand up, so you don't have to hide either of these in a little box or a drawer or anything. They're you can have them displayed right next to the statue. Anyway, this portrait, this is obviously more of a modern look for him, but dude, I really don't think I've ever seen a better portrait than this that I've owned. I'm sure there's better portraits out there, but that I've owned or seen in person, never seen a better one than this. The skin tone, you can see more skin on here because in here most of his face is covered up with a mask, but the skin and flesh tones on here are amazing. There's veins sculpted in. His expression is maniacal. On here he's more out of it and deranged and stuff, but here he's angry and screaming. The tongue, the teeth have a wet shine to them. You can even see the little ball sack thingy that's in the back of your throat. I don't know what it's called. The uvula, that's what it's called, right? We'll just call it the ball sack thingy. You can even see that back there. Dude, this is an incredible portrait. And when you put it on the statue, it looks even better. I honestly think that this portrait lends itself to the pose better. Like the screaming thing pose looks better with the pose. But I mean, I do think this portrait is far better made than this one in every way imaginable. But I don't know, it's classic Electro. I kind of have to have that one on there. But these are two portraits I'm definitely going to be swapping out constantly. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to wrap this up. You know, talk about the sculpt on this, the base, the figure, the paint work is incredible too. I don't think I touched on that, but you know, the green, there's a lot of shade, not a lot of shading, but there's shading to where it doesn't just come off of the flat green and yellow, black outlining. You know, the yellows have some darker shadings around the outside and then gets brighter as you go inside. So yeah, I mean, awesome statue. I never thought I'd see an Electro statue that I'm this impressed with. I mean, he's Electro. He's not like Venom or something. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Dude, I love this modern portrait. Like, I wish, I don't know, it's the classic is just, it's Electro, but the modern is definitely the better made head. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Appreciate all of you watching, as usual. Love each and every single one of you. Again, sorry about the no couch thing, but honestly, guys, I'm not a big fan of statue reviews on the couch, especially for like detailed statues like this. I just don't think you can see them better on the couch, and who knows? I mean, I'll probably still do videos on the couch. We'll see. But I just, for Electro, I didn't want to do that. So anyway, catch you guys in the next one, which is probably gonna be Punisher in October when he gets here. Y'all know how much I love Punisher. That'll be a fun video. What else? I'm thinking of doing like movie videos and stuff like that too. I'm seeing Spider-Man Far From Home today, so I might do like a little video on that. You know, if I do that, that'll be on the couch because you don't have to see anything except me, and no one wants to see me. But yeah, catch you guys in the next one. I appreciate each and every single one of you watching. As always, like I always do, it's crazy to me that all you people actually, you know, when I started this channel, like I literally just thought, like, I'm just gonna make videos to talk about statues because I can't talk about them in real life because everyone's like, oh, you like painted rocks? I'm like, fuck you. So I made this, I don't know, I just made the channel to talk about them, and now I have like, I don't know, 120 something, which I realize is absolutely nothing compared to like a lot of the bigger dogs out there. But I don't do this for views or money or stuff. I just do it to talk. The fact that all you guys really care, love you. Anyway, catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.